In this video, I am going to talk about the real cost of living in the Dominican Republic, and I think it's way more than you might think. Plus, I'll react to a video that's gone viral showing you some sense of cost of living, and it's completely wrong. What's up, everybody? My name's Jamie Gruber. I quit my $400,000 a year job to become an entrepreneur and move to Punta Cana, Dominican Republic with my wife and 2 young boys in 2022. And on this channel, I share what life is like as an expat in this amazing country. There is so much misinformation about cost of living down here in the Dominican Republic. And here's the first one. Saying cost of living in the Dominican Republic. That's like saying cost of living in the United States. Manhattan versus Iowa, 2 different costs of living. Where I live in Punta Cana, it's more. If you want to live in Mocha, yeah, it's way less. The people I talk to in these videos typically are making a decent living in the United States, mostly Dominican American, and have a standard of living that they're used to in Miami or New York or wherever. And they don't want to move here to rough it. They want to move here to thrive. So let's check out Josie Sells DR. She's got this video that's gone super viral talking about the cost of living in the Dominican Republic. Let's watch it.
Cost of living in the Dominican Republic, rapid fire edition. Rent for a 1-bedroom condo, $600 a month. Rent for a 3-bedroom villa in a gated community, $2,000 a month.
Overall, that's not bad. I'm pretty good with this. And she doesn't tally this. Great creator video, by the way. She doesn't tally it. She makes you go back and watch it again so she gets more and more views so you tally it up. But she's saying $2,000 for a 3-bed villa. I'm going to keep track of this. Let's put it up here. $2,000 for a 3-bed villa, $600 for a 1-bedroom apartment. I can go with that.
Groceries for a family of 4, $200 a week.
Okay, groceries for a family of 4 is $200 a week. So let's call that $800 for a family of 4 per month. By the way, if that's the case, let's scratch the $600 and go with the $2,000 3-bedroom villa, because we're now talking about a family of 4.
Average monthly phone bill, $40 a month.
Average monthly phone bill, $40 a month. That's 1 line. If you're going to have 2 lines, let's double that. 2 parents in the household, let's call it $80.
Plate of food, $4.
All right. That's the part where people get a little nutty on this stuff. Like, oh, it's so cheap to eat there. You go to a colmado, you can get a $4 plate of food. Here's my question. How many times in a week are you going to go out to eat for $4? Really? The food's amazing. Don't get me wrong. But there's a point in time where you're just going to say, I want to go out for a nice dinner or whatever. So a $4 plate, even if that's right. And even if you only did that, that sounds so cheap. But there's a family of 4 here, which means it's $16 3 times a day. That's $48 a day. And that's $1,400 a month. If you ate colmado food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. I mean, not being funny, I can go get a cheap meal at different places in the States as well. Maybe not $4, but there's diners, there's holes in the wall. Is that how you want to live down here? That's the question. Let's keep going.
Electricity for a 3-bedroom villa, $300 a month.
Okay, electricity for a 3-bedroom villa, $300. That's okay. That's pretty good. I think that's fairly accurate. Depending on where you are. If you're in Punta Cana, it's going to be more, $400, $500, $600 a month. No bullshit. If you're somewhere else, Santo Domingo or somewhere more remote, it might be less. But let's add it in.
Nasty dinner for 2 people, $50.
No. This one is dead wrong. Please don't believe this one. Can it be done? Sure. I like to use the word impossible, but I'll give it to those of you who say,
well, impossible. Nothing's impossible.
Agreed. $50 fancy dinner for 2. Good luck. Again, you're moving down here and you want to go out on a date with your wife or husband, let's say twice a month, every other Saturday. It's triple that. Look, behind her, she's got clinking glasses of wine. You don't believe me? Let's check out some menus. All right. This is Taberna de Pepe. This is a local Punta Cana restaurant. Nothing too fancy, nice spot, and what you'll generally get around the country if you want to go out for a nice dinner. This is not the most expensive place in town, not by a long shot, but it's a good spot. So let's take a look. So here you go. You want socorate longanistos y camarones, so sausage and shrimp. 1,700 pesos. If you divide that out, that's a $30 plate. That's one person. If you're getting an entree, a risotto, that's $30. I mean, sure, if you're just getting a little salad, 430 pesos here, that's like $8. If 2 of you get that, that's not a fancy dinner to me. And we haven't even gotten into drink menus, dessert, appetizers, all of that. Look, if you're a meat eater like me, the ribeye is 1,600 pesos. That's a $28 steak. And again, this is a run-of-the-mill spot. When you add on to all of this an 18% ITBIS and a 10% service charge, which will be at every restaurant, 28% on top, $50 for this fancy meal. Impossible. There it is. I said it. So we're going to triple her price and do it twice a month. $300 a month for fancy dinners.
Full tank of gas, $80.
Okay, that's probably reasonable. About $5-6 a gallon for gas here. So full tank of gas, $80. Probably got to do that twice a month. That's $160 on gas. Let's add that.
Full-time nanny, $300 a month.
Reasonable. I think that's the right price. She's got that right. So we'll go $300 for a nanny. Perfect.
Full-time pool maintenance and landscaping, $150.
Agreed as well. $150 for maintenance and landscaping. That makes perfect sense. This must be for the 3-bedroom villa. The issue with this video, she's bouncing between like for one versus for a family of 4, but let's keep going.
Full coverage health insurance for one person, $40.
So that might be true for one person. For a family of 4, we're paying $293 a month with Humano Seguros. That is what the price is. I don't set that. There's no gringo tax. People talk about that. But let's split the middle here and say that she's closer to right. Family of 4, $40. Let's call it $160 a month for insurance.
All of us from our insider tips on living in the Dominican Republic.
All right. Decent video, but let's add this up. So as a reminder, she said a 3-bedroom villa in a gated community is $2,000 a month. Food is $800 a month. Cell phone, $80 a month for 2 lines. Electricity, $300 a month. Dinners out, fancy ones, $300 a month for 2 of them. Gas, fill the tank twice, it's $160. A nanny full-time is $300 a month. Pool and lawn maintenance, $150. And health insurance, $160 a month. Altogether, that's a price tag of for a family of 4 to live in the Dominican. However, let's talk about private school tuition. If you have a family of 4, that means you have 2 kids. Those 2 kids, for people who are watching this, are likely to go to private school. I could speak to here, Punta Cana. On the low end, Bávaro Bilingual. Great school. Call it $4,500 a kid for the year. $9,000 plus meals. So it's over $10,000 a year. So let's add $1,000 per month to the budget. On the high end, Heritage School, $20,000 for a kid. It's expensive there. Our school tuition is about $15,000 for 2 kids, plus $400 a month for meal plans. That's not included in this. What else is not included is stopping at Santo Domingo Cafe or Starbucks to grab something, going on a trip to see friends or family, pizza parties, birthday parties for your kids. The shit schools come up with that you got to pay for and go do at the school. School supplies, clothing, all of this is not included in this. Please, I beg of, you're here. I beg of you, do not get sucked into the idea that you can move here for $15, $2, $3, or $39.50 a month with a family of 4 when you have an expectation of living a middle class or better lifestyle here in the Dominican Republic. This lifestyle in Punta Cana, you can double it. We're talking $8,000 to $10,000. For this price, if you look at her video, she's talking about what is the average cost of living on the North Shore of the Dominican Republic. That's Cabarete, Puerto Plata, Las Terrenas you could throw in there, Rio San Juan, all of that. That's the cost of living. God, I'm all fired up about this. Here's the point. Not only is it doable, but it's worth it. It's an amazing place to live. The culture, the safety. Many people get crazy about safety. Yeah, people leave each other alone. Can you be robbed? Sure, that can happen anywhere. There are more dangerous spots in U.S. cities right now than there are here. Schools in the U.S. are way more dangerous with the prospect of school shootings. Hell, even the traumatic nature of an active shooter drill for our kids is way worse than what you have here in private schools. Private schools here do amazing things. Even medical care here, private medical care with private insurance is excellent here. I would want to go back to the States if I had a major procedure or if I had something major like cancer or heart disease. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me know in the comments what you think about healthcare here versus there for major things. But for me, that will be my line. But beyond that, it's worth it to live here. What I don't want is for people to say,
oh my God, I only need to make $2,000 a month and I'll live like a king in DR.
That's just not real. Not anymore. And those that are telling you that it is are one of 2 things. They're either not fully reporting their expenses because they're not thinking of everything. They're thinking of like their house plus electric plus car. Or they don't live here or haven't lived here in a very long time. In this video, wherever it is, let's say it's right here, I talk about healthcare and coverage here in DR. I'll go deeper on that topic. Otherwise, I hope you subscribe for more content, and I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know in the comments, and I'll see you next time.